Wow, long time no see. I bet you guys are excited to see what this new competition is. Welcome to episode 0 of B.O.T.L, which stands for Battle of the Unnecessary Illiterate. Now I know what you're thinking.
Wow, Evan, this seems epic, but what is B.O.T.L?
Well, most of that will be explained in this video. Okay, first up is the actual competition. The competition is a YouTube competition. No other platform is needed. You'll be commenting responses to prompts that we've made on these videos, and trying to outdo each other in this free-for-all competition. There are rules to this though, which Isaac will explain soon. For each prompt, you will respond in the comments of the video. Every episode, there will be an elimination. Some episodes will result in many eliminations, and others will result in only a handful. And yes, there are tokens that will be used later in the game. We're splitting up the explanations of each topic about the game, and all this will be explained right now.
Alright, the competition of B.O.T.L is like any other conventional online competition. Like what Evan said, this competition is all about responses, eliminations, and a sprinkle of viewer votes later on in the game. However, there are a few things here and there that make it a bit different. 150 competitors, or B.O.T.Lers, will compete to be the last one standing through a series of eliminations. Each episode, the B.O.T.Lers are given a prompt that they must answer. They try to make their answers clever, creative, or sometimes just plain funny. The catch, however, being you may never repeat a single word in the response. After a given deadline to respond, me and Evan will judge the responses in the next episode based on how well we think they did. Contestants will generally score lower if they repeat a word, or if their response is cliche or just not very funny. The lowest scoring people based on our judging are eliminated from the game, and don't get to rejoin. The remaining players who survive an elimination get to respond to a new prompt, as the cycle repeats until one winner is crowned.
This is a very important detail about submitting responses, so I would suggest you listening to this. In every single episode, before writing down your response, you must put the keyword of your response in square brackets before it. So here's an example if you're confused. Say the prompt is, "How do you sit down?" Remember, this isn't the actual prompt. Let's pretend I'm a random YouTuber and wanting to sign up. I would type in the comments of the video, "sit" in square brackets. Then my response to the prompt, which could be something like, "Bend your knees at a 90-degree angle and slowly lean back." We are just judging based off how funny and or creative the answer is, also by your choice of words. So you may want to think about your response including those things. If you still have any questions about this, ask them in the comments. Now on to eliminations. If me and Isaac feel like your response wasn't as good as the rest of the competition, you will fall in the red zone. The red zone means you're automatically eliminated and you are out of the contest. Once you are eliminated, you can't come back. So don't keep trying to type your responses. And don't answer prompts if you didn't make it to the 150 cut or if you came late to the competition. Now here's where it can be a little confusing. After 6 episodes, we will announce Phase 2. Phase 2 means you made it to the top 50 and there's now a yellow zone along with the red one. The red zone is still automatically eliminating you if you fall into it. However, there will be a yellow zone as well, and that along with phases will be explained right now.
And now for one of the more complicated things about the game, phases. The game is split up into phases. Phase 1, or the qualifiers, and Phase 2, or the meat of the contest. Phase 1 works very simply with only 6 episodes dedicated to the phase. Starting with 150 people each episode, the worst fifth of the contestants fall under the red zone to be eliminated from the game. This narrows down the competition to the best of the best as we get into Phase 2. After 6 episodes of grinding to the top 50, those players are rewarded with the ability to do many things. These include being able to add confessionals along with your responses, character customization, and even goodbye messages for yourself. These allow the contestants and viewers to get to know the people competing a bit more. However, Phase 2 also adds 2 new things to the game: tokens and the aforementioned yellow zone. The yellow zone always comes directly above a red zone. Some episodes will have one, some won't. The episodes with the yellow zone will actually split up the episodes into an A part and a B part. The A part reveals judge results from the previous prompt and eliminates those in the red zone. However, the 2 contestants in the yellow zone aren't safe just yet because the viewers will be voting for which response they want to see move on. The 2 responses of the contestants in the yellow zone will be shown anonymously, meaning you won't know who wrote which response. The viewers will then vote for which response they think is the best, and that's where the B part comes in. In Part B, viewer votes for their favorite response comes in. The contestant with the most votes stay in the game, but the contestant with the least votes is eliminated. And now, onto tokens.
Tokens are added into the game in Phase 2, and they are a bit complicated. Again, if you feel like any part of this video isn't explaining something enough, feel free to ask us in the comments, and we'll try our best to respond. Anyways, back to tokens. In the second phase, those who place high enough in judge votes will be rewarded with tokens, with the higher placing contestants generally getting better tokens. There are 3 tokens in Botul, each more valuable than the other: swap tokens, curse tokens, and life tokens. I'll use the chair prompt again as an example. Let's say I'm not very confident with my answer, and I happen to have a swap token. I can use my swap token by simply asking to use it along with my confessional and response. This also applies to curse tokens. Now, judge voting comes around, and I got placed into the last spot of the yellow line, just shy of safety. What the swap token does is swaps your judging position with the person above you, so then I'll be safe, and the person who's directly above me is now in the yellow zone. This also applies to the red zone if you're feeling extra precautious. You can even stack as much as 3 swap tokens, swapping with 3 people ahead of you. However, prize tokens are awarded before tokens are used, so you can't swap with someone and take the prize token they were gonna get.
Curse tokens, on the other hand, are for more fiendish acts upon your fellow competitors. Curse tokens can be obtained by placing first place at a certain point in Phase 2, or it could be from exchanging 2 swap tokens. Curse tokens are also asked to be used before judge votes. Curse tokens take the bottom 4 surviving contestants from an elimination and curses them. It could even be yourself. What this does is hinders the cursed contestant from using any sort of token in the next round, including swap tokens, other curse tokens, and even game-changing life tokens. Even worse is if 2 or more people use curse tokens on the same episode, the bottom 6 people will be cursed. Also, I'd like to mention that you can't stack curse tokens like you can with swap tokens, and you can't use the swap and curse token on the same episode, so just remember that.
The last and most important token is the life token, worth 3 curse tokens or 6 swap tokens. Unlike the other 2 tokens, this one is automatically used when falling into the red zone. It is the simplest of the 3, completely saving you from elimination. We hope these 3 tokens can spice up the game a little, but at a certain point in the game, these tokens will no longer be of use, so use them wisely.
So at this point, many of you are wondering how to sign up. Well, it's easy. Just respond to the prompt in the comments section of this video next to the word relating to it in square brackets. The sign up prompt is, what's the quickest way to pop bubble wrap? Type that next to bubble in square brackets. If we think your answer is good enough, you might just become a bottler yourself. Just remember, we can't find your response unless bubble is in square brackets next to your response. If you don't make it in, that's okay. You can still decide votes for upcoming episodes, and a possible second season is never out of the question. We hope you enjoyed this new contest, and happy bottling. Bye!